It's Christmas today, right now. And here we are. Here you are. Here I are. I'm not actually here right now. This is a pre-recorded video, obviously. So don't try to talk to the video and expect me to respond. But I wanted to make this video because I have a present that you gave me. This is from you, and I figured it would be rude to open it all by myself when you didn't get to see me open it. And also, I don't want to be rude and just tear into this thing, so let's hang out for a bit because it's the holidays and I'm feeling festive. Look, I got a whole setup here. I have a little tree, I have my present, I got some lights and stuff. I have a Christmas retro game locked and loaded to play. I have some fries, which we'll talk about, and I got some nog. This isn't eggnog, I'm lactose intolerant, so this is Oat Nog. My mom got this for me. Should we get into this now? You can't have a Christmas party without some nog, am I right? It looks like eggnog. Oh, dang. It's been like 20 years since I've had eggnog, so I don't know if this is better or worse than that stuff, but this is freaking delish. Man, who knew you could nog an oat? I can get behind this. My mom always goes all out on Christmas. It's like her favorite time of the year. So I play along. I know it makes her happy, but honestly, I'm just happy to have a cup of nog and a present to open. I do love this time of year though, because everyone's in such a good mood. I live in Canada and this time of the year sucks in terms of the weather. It's cold as heck and sometimes it's snowy, but usually it's just icy and slushy and gray and depressing. So I feel like Canadians especially really lean into the holiday thing because it's all we got, man. We got to put up some lights and drink some nog, otherwise the darkness will take us. Now, I don't know if you celebrate Christmas or New Year's or Hanukkah or whatever, but I feel like this time of year is just the time of year where everyone seems to be celebrating. But also, I know that it's a really stressful time of year for lots of people, and sometimes people get really bummed out because everyone else seems to be happy that they've been stockpiling presents and nog to celebrate with their family or whatever, but not everyone has a big family celebration to go to. And it's just kind of a hard time of year. So I don't know. I don't know if you have a big holiday celebration or if you're not feeling the holiday and you just need someone to hang out with. But I wanted to make this video because I wanted to be here with you either way. I wanted to be here to open this present that you gave me and show my gratitude because I honestly care that you're here watching this video and willing to spend time with me. I'll get to the present in a bit, but first I just kind of wanted to chat and play some retro games. I picked this game. It's called Days Before Christmas for the Super Nintendo. There are not a ton of retro games that are Christmas themed, but this one definitely is. You play as Santa trying to save Christmas or whatever. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be very good, but sometimes playing bad retro games is still kind of fun. And I'm feeling festive today. I have my fries, I have my nog, I'm feeling good, so let's just forgive whatever terrible gameplay awaits us in Days Before Christmas and just have some fun. Every Christmas, I have this tradition where I eat fries. And there's a reason for that, because this is what I ate on the night of my worst Christmas. If you've ever had a bad Christmas or a bad holiday, you know it can be extra crushing because it's supposed to be a happy time. And when you get a bad time, it isn't fair. But it happens to lots of us, and on my worst Christmas, I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. We lived in North Ontario, but on this Christmas, it was just me and my mom. My dad was not there. He often wasn't around for stuff. I never knew where he was, but anyways, he wasn't there this Christmas, so Mom figured it would be a good Christmas to go and visit her aunt, my great aunt Dorothy, who lived in Toronto, the big city. So we were gonna go in on Christmas Eve, sleep there, and then Santa would visit her house and we'd have Christmas morning with my good old great aunt Dorothy. And I was dreading it. I didn't want to visit Aunt Dorothy on Christmas. I kind of hated visiting Aunt Dorothy because her house was super boring. She was nice and nice to me, but she had only one small tiny TV, and Mom said I could bring my Nintendo, but I still knew that I would be super bored because Aunt Dorothy didn't have any toys or fun stuff. She was never married and she never had any stuff for kids, just old lady stuff, fancy plates and furniture that I was never allowed to use to build forts with or do anything fun with. The funnest thing in her house was an exercycle in the basement. That's the level of boredom that I was anticipating. So we were driving into Toronto and we got stuck in traffic. really bad traffic. It was probably snowing or something, and we were just in the car for hours. I had my Game Boy with me. I remember I was playing Super Mario Land because that was new to me at this time. And I still have that Game Boy and Mario Land. But I don't know if you know this about the Game Boy, but that thing used AA batteries and it went through them pretty quick. Batteries were a hot commodity back then. And we always bought the cheap dollar store batteries, so they never really lasted long. Anyways, my Game Boy died in the car. And when I put in my extra batteries, they didn't work. I don't know why. Maybe they were just a bad batch or something. I don't know. But when I put them in, the Game Boy almost immediately died. So no Game Boy. Now, usually when we go to Dorothy's house, we get McDonald's for dinner. Aunt Dorothy lived near a McDonald's. It was just down the road. And I guess I probably just assumed that we were going to have McDonald's. But anyways, when we got to Dorothy's house, she had dinner ready. She had burgers. Not good McDonald's burgers with fries. No, just super tough, boring, flavorless burger patties that she baked in the oven. Burgers and soup. No fries. And then after dinner, I wanted to hook up my Nintendo, but when I went to plug it in, I realized that Dorothy didn't have the right kind of connection. Her TV wasn't a newer TV with a coax cable. It was the old kind with the antenna connection, and she didn't have the adapter. So not only did I have no Game Boy, but I had no Nintendo either. No toys, nothing. Just stupid boring Dorothy's house with her extra-cycle. I was furious. I was probably being a total jerk about it too. I remember Mom taking me aside and telling me off, telling me to behave and that Santa wouldn't bring me anything if I caused a fuss. And I didn't want to cause a fuss because I actually didn't want to make Aunt Dorothy feel bad, but inside I was just fuming mad. But then my bad situation got way worse. Mom got a migraine. Now I suffer from migraines too. I think that they run in my family. They are very bad. When I get them, I basically go blind for an hour with like flashing lights in my vision. And then when the headache hits, it's just the most excruciating pain that I know of. And it usually lasts a good 10 hours. It's freaking terrible. So I now know what Mom was probably going through, and that now I have complete sympathy for her. But as a selfish little kid, I didn't care. So there I was, just me and Aunt Dorothy. No Mom to take care of me and make my night fun. I remember Dorothy pulling out a find a word puzzle book that she thought would be fun for me to do. Find a word instead of Nintendo. Yeah, right. So at this point, I was at my lowest. In my little dweeby mind, I was telling myself that this is the worst Christmas ever, and I was probably sulking up a storm. Anyways, later in the night, I had to go to Christmas Eve church with Aunt Dorothy. Obviously, I didn't want to, but I had to, and it was just me and Aunt Dorothy bundled up walking through the snow to the church down the road. So we got to the church, and I never liked going to church, but Christmas Eve church is actually sort of a fun version of church because they always had the good choir and you get to hear the Christmas story. So that actually kind of perked me up a bit, especially the big Toronto church with their big like stained glass windows and stuff. And then after church, I was expecting to have to trudge through the snow back to Dorothy's boring house, but no indeed. We got outside and Dorothy said that we were going to go for a walk and look at the Christmas lights. And until that moment, I was so sulky about my bad luck that I didn't even pay attention that I was in Toronto and that I was surrounded by all these big, nice houses with all sorts of Christmas lights and decorations. And then we were walking and Dorothy told me we could go into the McDonald's to get a hot chocolate. She took me in and she asked me if I wanted to get a cookie or anything. And I said, "Can I have some fries?" And she got me some fries. The McDonald's guy was super nice. He had asking me what Santa was gonna bring me, and I think he saw how excited I was about the fries because he freaking filled the bag with fries. I don't even know if Dorothy saw how many fries were in that bag. Maybe my stupid kid memory has inflated the situation, but as far as I can remember, this bag was stuffed to the top with fries. And I got my hot chocolate. And then we walked around and it was snowing. And I remember that. I was scarfing fries and drinking hot chocolate and looking at all these amazing Christmas lights and the snow. Man, I think back to that night so often. I can't remember all that much about other stuff that happened in my life around then, but this one memory, eating fries and hot chocolate, walking around looking at Christmas lights, this is a super vivid memory. Aunt Dorothy isn't around anymore, and I miss her. I think that's just like a thing about good memories. Sometimes they're good, but they're also sad because maybe you're not having a good time now and you miss the good times, or you miss the people that you had the good times with. And maybe that's one of the reasons why this time of year is hard for people sometimes. I hope you're having a great holiday, but if you're not, then I hope you at least enjoyed my story. And here's my gift for you, my ultimate cure for when life's got you down and you feel like nothing's going your way. It works every single time. Trust me. All you need to do is go get some fries. You cannot be bummed out when you have a pile of fries in front of you. That's the TechDweeb guarantee. And now I have a belly full of fries and nog, and I'm totally done playing this freaking game. Oh my god. Do not play days before Christmas. Or do, because it's a Christmas game and that's fun in and of itself, but do not expect it to be good. It's serviceable at best. It does have Santa in it though, so it does feel Christmassy. And now we come to it. It's time for me to open my gift. But I've probably bored you with my stories long enough and you're ready to wrap this up. So you got busy Christmas stuff to do. So let's just dig into this. Hang on. I wrapped this myself. I am terrible at wrapping presents. There it is. You probably know what this is. You gave this to me. It's because of you that this showed up at my house. I was so excited to get this and to open it, but I didn't want to do it right away. I don't know why, but I feel like I felt like I didn't deserve it or something. I know it's dumb, but I'm not good at celebrating my accomplishments because I feel like everything that happens to me that's good is always because of other people. For example, in this case, I make videos, but you're the ones that watch them, and you make it possible for me to do my thing. So this sat on my desk in my dork den for a few weeks, and I kept looking over at it, thinking I needed to open it, but I just didn't feel, I don't know. It's so dumb. I didn't feel worthy of it or something. And then in my mind, I got the idea for this video that I would wrap it up and open it on Christmas. So that made me excited to open it. It felt like it would be opening up an amazing Christmas gift. And this would be a way that I could show you that I'm excited about this thing that you gave me. Oh, I actually want to keep the box for this. Hang on. Oh, there's a note. Let's read this. Do you remember your first subscriber? Yeah, I do. Your 100th? I do. Your 1000th? Yep. Chances are you do. And we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed and their numbers increased because of you and the community you've built. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know you have many more stories to share with your community. way ahead of you there, YouTube note. And we know that your fans can't wait for you to amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next. And who knows, when you reach your millionth subscriber, we may just write you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber? Oh my God, this is so stupid. I'm terrible at this, honestly, from the bottom of my dweeby heart, thank you. I've wanted it for so long and it means so much to me, and it's here because of you. You gave this to me and I'm glad that I waited until Christmas because this feels special. This is what I wanted. I'm happy I did this. Thank you. So there it is. I am deeply humbled and grateful, and I hope I can live up to your expectations. I hope I can give you some fun stuff to watch and share my love of this hobby and just give you some giggles along the way. And if you're not having a great holiday, I hope if this felt nice to just share this time with me. It was special for me, and I'm glad we got to do this together. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating. As long as you eat some fries and drink some nog, it's all good. I'm TechDweeb. Thanks, as always, for watching. Bye-bye.